sure. Give me a second. But we're live now, so rolling back in.
Rolling in.
Rolling.
So up next we have King's Quest Collection by Lumophile. So this, all I know from this game is that it's ancient as fuck.
It's just cutting edge graphics. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, I mean look at
You
it.
see all those colors?
Right. All right. So I just sent you the stream, Chuck. So hopefully, you should have less delay than on the actual restream, but it should still be like a couple seconds worth. But hopefully, not too bad.
Yeah,
All
so we
right.
got Chuck Grody here. For those who don't know, he also runs the collection with me. We are the only two runners of all 7 games so far. That's a challenge out there to any of you who are interested or even know any of these games.
It's a prolific title to have.
Oh, of course.
In truth be told, it's actually not that hard to really get into these games. Mastering them is a whole nother thing. Getting into them is easy.
Let's see how much I can remember after a month. We ready to go?
All right, first move is 1. Then you win.
Yeah. So pretty much you can start whenever you're ready, Lumo. You have full control of the timer. So yeah, just fire it up.
Sparking it up! A little late for the 4:20 start, but that's okay. Alright,
Darn.
so this game moves pretty quickly, as you can tell by the speed of the crocodiles going back and forth on the bottom of the screen. So the first 3 games are going to be like this, so I'm probably not going to be able to talk very much, so Chuck is going to be most of the commentary, at least in the beginning. But moving towards the later games, just because of the engine that's used, it's a little bit easier for me to hop in here and there, but he knows just as much or more as I do, so he's free to answer any question that you guys have.
You betcha.
So first game starts on restart for time, and I'll mention when the last game stops, and we don't stop the timer in between runs. So sparking it up in 3, 2, 1.
Go.
Sparking it up.
Did you go? Oh crap. Alright, this is King's Quest 1, Quest for the Crown. Story follows Sir Graham as he needs to get 3 treasures for the kingdom and return them back before King Edward essentially dies so that he can gain the throne. As far as you're basically just going to be following him, like going around getting the items and doing all that sort of stuff. Anyways, a lot of the strategy or the tech of what we do for this game is what we like to call saving so that you don't die.
Yeah, I know, right? My rust is very apparent.
Very much so, but it gives me more time to talk, so fortunately. We do what are known as zivs, which as you can see, the game runs very, very, very fast. That's a matter of having such an archaic game running on such modern hardware. With the current emulator, that is completely quote unquote on throttle, which means it's not set to a certain like speed. And these games are all tied to your CPU speed directly. So essentially, the whole thing is just to ping pong around the entire map of Daventry and just essentially get everything. The whole primary, like for routing, what we try our hardest to do is to be able to make it so that we do not have to swap our speeds, because that just takes unnecessary amount of time in a game where the world record is less than 2 minutes. Yeah, that's pertinent. So really, I mean, there's not really much else to say about this game. It's pretty much just that. Honestly, he's going to be going around to different things, getting different items. The first 2 games, I would almost say the first 3, maybe in the first 4, are just big scavenger hunts. A big thing of what it was is that these games were designed to take a very long time for you to have to work out the puzzles, and by that logic, they have what is known as a lot of moon logic. A lot of the puzzles are very odd. A lot of them are really just hard to really get into and understand just by normal thing. You really have to use your head. But as of right now, as the run is going, we have gotten the first item, which is the mirror. And now we're getting the shield from the leprechauns. And if you can hear this, I have the audio turned off, fortunately. But leprechauns sound really cool. And yeah, so we got that. I should probably explain what each of the treasures actually do. The magic mirror can predict the future, can show certain events, certain things that are going to happen, some things that happened in the past, just your emotions, such stuff like that. The magic shield that you just got makes you essentially invulnerable to everything, and it is also the only item that we use throughout the entire run, in the run, which you're going to see right here when he goes up to this giant in this Jack of the Beanstalk area. And the magic chest essentially just has infinite gold. So right here, he's going to. Oh, wow, that's good RG. I think you got to zip back.
Yeah, back to the
But
tree, but
back
then
to
you're
tree
still
back.
too high for the entrance to the
Sure, from
cave.
that pixel. Yeah. So now we're pretty much done. Now we're gonna go return to King Edward and meet him right as he dies and present the three treasures to him and be announced king. Also, Lumo. Oh, well, invalid.
Oh, because they didn't bow. Yeah, nice rules.
You didn't bow. You're
That
fucked.
used to be a rule that for any percent, you had to bow to King Edward even though he dies anyway. So
Yep.
we kind of nixed that after a while.
It's ridiculous. So this is King's Quest 2, Romancing the Throne. There's actually a remake of it called Romancing the Stones, and I get those mixed up from time to time. This, oh my goodness.
This is why I hate this strat.
Well, the thing is that, well, we'll see. Okay, you got it at least. X amount of time has taken place between King's Quest 1 and King's Quest 2. I don't know if it's actually defined. I mean, it's up for debate. But essentially what happens is that King Graham, he's not Sir anymore, he's been ruling the land for, I don't know how long, well, however long it's been. And he looks to the magic mirror when he's sitting there woefully one day, and sees a beautiful woman trapped in a tower, and essentially says, "I'm going to go on a quest to save her." And that's that old chestnut, the girl in the tower. Won't be saying that again. Nope. So she's been imprisoned in a giant ivory tower by the evil witch. I guess she's a witch or a hag or something like that, named Hagatha, and you need to essentially save her by opening these 3 doors over to her land where she's stuck. So once again, this is another scavenger hunt
Quest.
Yep, and it essentially goes through the same sort of, like, it's the same engine. It's the if it ain't broke, don't fix it mentality, which is pertinent for the first 2 games. The 3rd game does run on the same AGI engine. However, I think you're good. I don't think you have any of the treasures. So
I had to think about it for a second.
yeah, you did. I saw that hesitation. But yeah, pretty much the same thing. The only difference in this one is that you actually have like a fast speed option, and the original you only have slow, normal, and fast. This one has a fastest for the completely quote unquote unthrottled speed. 3. There you go.
Yeah. Remembering things here and there.
Well, this one isn't quite as open-ended in that you have to get certain things done in order. So the first door you have to get done, there's certain things you have to do, which is like going to that mermaid that we saw and getting the key. And this one you have to go up here to this, what is it, like up on a cliff or something, and get the key from here. So each key unlocks the next area.
Talk about the RNG encounters.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that. Actually, I
How could you
playing
forget?
this. I'm trying to forget. Ruined it
Repressed
for me.
memories.
Um, this game is heavily RNG laden. Like, if you saw how easy it was for him to get through the first game, this one is crazy. Like, that whole situation, that whole strat and the movement in the beginning, you could actually go straight to Hagatha's cave where you need to get a nightingale, which he gave to the woman in the shop that you saw. You could just do that, but I wager that there's a 60%, if not more percent chance that that will happen. As soon as you go in there, or you'll have to keep cycling rooms, and it's a pain in the ass. This game is horrible. Please come learn it. It's great. That's what I meant to say. But there's Agatha, there's the dwarf, there is the enchanter who can kill you. The dwarf just steals one of the treasure items that you need to have to trade or whatever for stuff. But yeah, very big pain in the ass. And you're going to be seeing him right here. He's going through what is essentially a poison thorn maze, and poison thorns are instant kills.
Dude, I like stopped at a really inconvenient spot.
Move over to the left a little bit, and then go
Yeah.
on an angle, and then you have to go right like one step, and then go up. I think you got it. There you go, and then we get to hear further. So
Professional.
what he's going into right now is Dracula's castle. So that's just simply in this land of, where is this, Colima?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, Colima. And wait, what the heck was that?
If you use control.
I was like, wait, what is that? Something I don't know. Oh. What in the holy meme is this?
Good question.
It's a good question. Don't worry, the graphics will improve in about 30 something minutes. They won't get that much better.
We never even really get out of the 90s, to be honest.
Nope. It goes to about 95. You could get to 98 if you want to include a little hidden gem game. That's just no.
Yeah, we don't call that a gem, to be
no.
honest.
Sneaky gem. Uh-oh.
We figured it out.
One. There you go. There we go.
Wait.
We're doing good.
No, we're not doing good.
We're not surviving. Hey, I haven't run this game in a while. I don't even think about what it would be like. Just lose your chops entirely.
I'm forgetting all the zip codes.
So now we've unlocked the third door, and we're in the magic land of cool colors and stuff. I don't know what to call it.
Yeah, I don't even know if they ever
And
give a
first-
name to this place.
In the remake, well, I won't spoil that actually, because you haven't played it yet. But it's a different story, so yeah, something interesting. So we go fish for this giant fish. We're supposed to throw it in the water, and then it talks to us because animals talk and can. That's a pertinent thing.
And sometimes they
Corn up.
explain how, and sometimes they don't. Just whether or not they want the game to make sense that time. Like, what is it? 5, I think. They explain why you can talk to Cedric.
Mm. Oh yeah, doesn't he get like a spell or something?
Yeah.
Oh. And then we're home, and that's the end. Anyways, you've missed what happened there. He climbed a tower and saved a girl and said home, and he had a magical amulet that was just sitting on the beach.
Whoa, you saved the princess, Lumo? Got him.
Save the princess! And then, yeah, you just say home, and then she decides to marry you. It's cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Well, that's
That's how most millennial marriages start.
That's how it works, yeah. Holy shit.
So this is King's Quest 3 to Error's Human. I think that's what it's called. Yeah. Um, this one is a bit different. You may see at the top there's a clock ticking. It's a real-time clock, and all the events are tied to the real-time clock and are set at certain intervals of time to occur at. The first one is right here when you have to do your first chore. He tells you there's one of like, what is it? One, two, was it five? Something like that.
Office, chamber pot, chickens, kitchen.
That's four, right?
Yeah, I don't think there's anything
Yeah.
else.
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that's it. Yeah, you're right. Goes to show you how many times I like playing this game. But the first thing you have to do is this chore. Then once this flag is set and done, you have essentially 5 minutes to just do nothing. You only have to get like about 6 items, and then we essentially wait and get used to waiting, because this game's got a lot of it.
This game is like by far the worst from most speedrun perspectives.
Fucking torture. It's a pain in the butt. It's endearing to a point.
It's got lots of RNG where you can lose